Hi there, pleasant day to one and all. You got your good buddy Nick Prill of Mint English right here, and today we are going to continue with our trek into the world of English grammar. For the past sessions, we have been talking about the basics in English grammar. Today, we would continue doing that. Why? Because we would like to simplify grammar and help ourselves become better communicators from now until the future. A few sessions ago, we started talking about the tenses in English grammar, particularly the present progressive tense and the simple present tense. Today, we will talk about the present perfect tense. But before talking about that, I'd like to remind each and everyone out there, what do we refer to or what do we mean when we say tense in English grammar? Tense will always emphasize, will always zero in, or will always show the relationship between action and time. In a sentence, of course. Now, like I was saying earlier, today we would deal with the present perfect tense. The present perfect tense in English grammar actually follows a certain format or pattern. We make use of the helping verb or auxiliary verb have or has plus the past participle of the main verb. Talking about verbs, again, what do we mean when we say verb or verbs? A verb is an action word. It emphasizes or it talks about action or a state. We have three forms of verbs: the present form, the past form, and the past participle form. We have a subform we call the present participle. Today, we would be needing the past participle. We talked about verbs a few sessions ago, and if you read your notes right, I'm sure by now you're very familiar with the past participle form. Again, we make use of have and has plus the past participle of the main verb. When do we use have? When do we use has? Here is the catch. All you have to remember is when it is third person singular, we use has. If it is not third person singular, we use have. Third person singular, take note of the pronouns. He, she, it, has. All the rest have. Alright? Now, what do we use the present perfect tense for? The present perfect tense is actually used in three different sentences. One, a sentence which expresses or talks about an action that started in the past and might still be going on in the present time. Example, I have lived in New York for 10 years. I have lived in New York for 10 years. Take note, we made use of have and we made use of the past participle of the main verb, which is or was live. The past participle, lived. I have lived in New York for 10 years. It means 10 years ago, I started living in New York. And maybe, just maybe, until now, I am still living in New York. Another example, Anne has studied. Anne has studied English for 2 years. Anne started studying English 2 years ago, and maybe until today, Anne is still studying English. Anne is used with has. Why? It is third person singular. Again, what is third person? Third person singular? Singular is one. Only one. Third person, the person we are talking about. And we are talking about Anne. What is the pronoun for Anne? She. So we could say she has lived in New York for 10 years or 2 years. She has studied English for 2 years. It is possible that she is still studying now. Another example, Eric has worked for our company for 1 month. Eric has worked for our company for 1 month. So Eric started working for our company a month ago. Until today, maybe, just maybe, Eric still works for us. Another use of the present perfect tense in English grammar is to express an action that began or started in the past and was completed in the past, but is very much related to what we are talking about in the present. An example, I have eaten breakfast already. I have eaten breakfast already. Take note of the format. We made use of the helping verb have and the past participle form of eat, which is eaten, right? Present form is eat. The past form is ate. And the present, or make that past participle form, is eaten. I have eaten breakfast already. Why didn't I just say I ate breakfast already? Because perhaps in the conversation, somebody asked me, Nick, let's go grab a bite. Let's go have a slice of cake. Or let's go eat a snack. I'd say, no thank you, man. Thank you, but no thanks. I have eaten breakfast already. You see, it is an action that started in the past and was completed in the past, but is very much related to the present. We have finished cleaning the house. We have finished cleaning the house. Another example. Why? Because perhaps cleaning the house, or the action of having cleaned the house, is very much related to the present. Our exam starts in 30 minutes. Oh, no worries. I have studied already. See? I studied, I'm finished studying, and I'm ready, and it's very much related to the present. They have stopped delivering milk. Perhaps you're having breakfast, or we're having breakfast, and I say, where is the fresh milk? The fresh cow's milk. And somebody with me would say, oh, they have stopped delivering milk. See? The action started and was completed in the past, but is very much related to the present. Another use, the third use of the present perfect tense, is to express an action that began in the past, was completed in the past, and might happen again. Examples. I have traveled to Europe 3 times this year. I have traveled to Europe 3 times this year. That means I went to Europe 3 times this year. The actions have started. The actions have been completed. There's a possibility, maybe, this year I will go to Europe again. I have traveled to Europe 3 times this year. Another example. We have gone to church yesterday. That was yesterday. We have gone to church. There's a possibility in that sentence, there's a possibility that maybe again, maybe, we will go to church today, or we'll go to church tomorrow. There's a possibility. He has been in the hospital 3 times this month. So he is no longer in the hospital. He was in the hospital 3 times this month. That sentence indicates that maybe, just maybe, he will be in the hospital again. So before we end this brief session, let me give you a review. The present perfect tense follows a format making use of the helping verb have or has plus the past participle of the main verb. The present perfect tense is used to express an action that started in the past and might still be going on. The present perfect tense could also be used to express an action that started or began in the past, was finished in the past and is very much related to the present. And 3, the present perfect tense may be used to express an action that began and was finished in the past, but might happen again. So there we go. That was today's session, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you very much for your time. Please practice. Remember, English is like sports. The more you practice, the better you get. Have a nice day.